Now, this is something that's been on my mind for a little while. This idea first popped in my head back in February of 2023 when Metroid Prime got remastered and re-released on Nintendo Switch. I don't believe we saw it coming, unless it was Metroid Dread was the one that caught us by surprise, and this did get announced. But basically, once that game came out for Nintendo Switch, it caught me off guard a little bit. I already owned it for the GameCube. I did notice that the price seemed to have dropped down a little bit, and I thought surely it's only going to get worse, because at the end of the day, I'm never going to go, if I own Metroid Prime remastered on the Switch, I'm never going to go back and play it on the GameCube. So straight away I traded in my copy of Metroid Prime on the GameCube, and there was a few other games like that which kind of I thought might occur and catch people out by surprise. Another one, Destroy All Humans, so that was always relatively a cheap game anyway. On the Xbox, you can get it for £3. I think it was only £2.50 on the PS2. But it came back out on the Switch, which I think is only about £18. All the prices of everything I'm going to talk about and comparisons from CEX, from current to old to new, I'll pop up on the screen for you guys to see. But again, that was another game. I picked it up. I've got it here, Destroy All Humans on the Switch. I'm never going to go back and play this originally on the Xbox if I can get a graphic increase and play it on the go. And play it on my sort of modern, could you call it a next-gen console? I guess you can for Nintendo, it's the current leading for that. But I'm never going to go back and play it. So again, even though it's not worth much, I did trade back in my old Destroy All Humans game. Now, there are other versions and interpretations of this. So sometimes a game can come out and remaster, and then people will go, oh, I love that series. And then some other games they haven't remastered might go up in value. And that's what we're going to get onto in a moment in this video. Here's another one, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camps. You can see these original games on the Game Boy Advance. You can see on your screen how much they're worth. I don't know whether the re-release of this has made those games go down. The fact that people don't like the repolished graphics, they prefer the sort of more older, grittier style. Maybe it's made people want to go back and get the, they've played this and want to go back for the other version for having heard from fans of the series how good the Advanced Wars is for the Game Boy Advance. So maybe the value of that one has got up. I don't know. So I need some help from you guys, because in a minute I'm going to be asking for your help, which is what this video is all about. So it's basically the Red Dead Redemption games. I've got all of them here. So I've got all the different versions for the Xbox 360 only, all the different variants. So we've got that one. We've also got the Game of the Year edition. And then we've got another sort of Game of the Year edition. Is that the same cover? I think that is the same cover. Oh no, it's a classic. So there's a classics version and there's another version. So you've got the sort of undead and you've got the Game of the Year. So yeah, I've got like 3 or 4, all the variants basically here of that game. Now, obviously, from the time of watching this video, this game's already been remastered on the Switch, and it has been remastered like slightly. You can see comparisons. If I can find these screenshots, I'll put them up for you now. But I know the guys at Switch Up did a good review for it. It's pretty solid, and they showed that they showed some screen resolution comparisons, and you could see even docked and undocked, it was upgraded from the original. So having said that, obviously the reason why I brought every copy of this Red Dead Redemption going was because this is a fantastic game. I never knew it was going to be remastered. But judging from the previous games we talked about, Metroid Prime, Destroy All Humans, Advance Wars, I don't know, should I be cashing out now? Should I be selling these now? I don't know if the value's going to go down. I can't see the value going up, unless a new crowd discover it and they want to go back for it. But then again, it's on the current. We've got Red Dead Redemption 2. So I really don't know. I'm just kind of asking for your guys' help and opinion. What do you think? Because at the moment, I'm waiting. I'm being very patient. I haven't bought it digitally because the release date for Red Dead Redemption is 13th October 2023. There's a screenshot from the game store. So I'm waiting out for the, basically for the physical version. So I'm thinking in my head, it makes sense to sell these now, because surely the value will go down on these. Obviously the screenshot's there so you can see how much these are worth. But yeah, I'd really like to know your thoughts on that. The other one is the Metal Gear Solid collection. So that includes Metal Gear Solid, that includes Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Now, the first one, like this one, is like a good £25–30, can be more in good condition. You probably saw it at a boot sale a summer ago. I picked up this and it was an absolute steal. He had PlayStation games for like £1 or £2. No, £1, dual case at £2. And the guy kind of didn't really know. I picked it up. He's a really nice guy. I bought loads of stuff on him. You'll probably see from that episode. If I can see the thumbnail, I'll pop it up. I brought some Atari stuff from him, like original Mario Bros. He had some really rare, expensive 2600 games. But I opened the case, saw it was in immaculate condition. I saw the Silent Hill demo, and I panicked and just said, look, mate, I'll give you £5 for that one. And then he did find out how much, and he goes, look, a deal's deal. It's fair is fair. You know, we've made that deal with each other. Anyway, I digress. So that game is like £25-30. The other games are like £4, £10. Now, the Metal Gear Solid game, the Remaster collection, that comes out on the 24th of October, and that's a physical as well. We've already had, this one confused, so some of you guys might know, obviously we had on the Xbox 360, I might even have it, I just haven't pulled it out. They did do the HD collection with those 3 games inclusive, and it was on the PS3 as well. So I'm assuming the fact that those games, £4, £10 on a PS2, which you could see the screenshots, I'm assuming those HD collections have made those original individual titles go down in value. So the fact that the remaster of this collection is coming out again, another remaster on the Switch, will that make the HD collection versions on the Xbox 360 and the PS3 go down in value, those ones as well, and then make the ones before that, the individual ones, completely worthless? I don't know. Will it mean this will finally, because it's more accessible to a next generation of console users, will the value of this go down? Should I be selling this Metal Gear Solid game? I'll still probably keep it regardless of what you guys say, to be honest, because of the Silent Hill demo disc. I just think that's, even though it's not the original, you guys will know on the NES we did have Metal Gear, and then we had Snake's Revenge, didn't we, on the NES? And then getting on to that, I think those 2 games will go up in value, because those 2 games, I put screenshots up for you to see. I believe Metal Gear is already valued at something like £60, 60 English pounds loose, and I think it's £30 for Snake's Revenge. So I think, because those 2 aren't inclusive of the Metal Gear HD Collection Remaster, people might become fans of the series or remember it, go, oh, I remember that, and then want to go back to the beginning and see where it all began, see where the roots formed. So those NES titles, I'd say, you know, I don't want to tell people to buy it and it doesn't, but I'd strongly say those games would hold their value and maybe go up more, because there's no snippet or sign of those being remastered. So the fact that they're remastering the modern ones from the PlayStation 1, from this one, to the Sons of Liberty on the PlayStation 2, and then the PlayStation 3, Snake's, it's not Snake's Revenge, is it? Snake Eater. People might obviously play those and then want to go back, like I say. So I think the original NES titles, I think those will go up. So I'm probably going to keep an eye out for those and look for, you know, either a cheap loose cart on eBay, or I'll try and get a nice condition box if I can find it. Maybe with CX Roulette, I might do some vouchers and do a few episodes trying to capture that on a CX Roulette sort of challenge videos. But yeah, it's kind of, I kind of just want feedback from yourself, guys. So really, I mean, the main thing I'm getting at is, yeah, 2 things really. One is, should we be buying those early release Metal Gear games now if we don't already have them? Because they're probably going to go up in value because of the HD collection. And if people do own the HD collection, should they be selling their previous HD collection? Because the value of those may go down when the Switch one comes out. I might be completely wrong. There might be other instances where you guys will say, no, that it's actually affected it in a complete different alternative. You know, the variables came into play and it actually made the value go up. I don't know, so I'm really just asking you guys. And a big one for me is I'm sitting on 4 of these Red Dead games on a 360, and truthfully, when it comes out on the Switch, I'm never going to go back and play these. So do you think the value is going to go up in these, or is it probably going to go down? I think go down, so I'm probably going to sell these, and that is what I've done previously. I didn't own the original Advanced War games, but I did own the original Destroy All Humans, and I did also own the original, well, the Metroid Prime GameCube remaster version. And I did notice those go down in value, and that's why I binned them off straight away as soon as I noticed. So that's it really, guys. More of a bit of a sort of price and comparison video for you guys today. We'd really like to know what you think of those games. Will the values change? Before we wrap it up, for anyone who is still watching, my unofficial official sponsor for this video. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and tag a channel in that I think you guys should check out and deserve it into the description of each video. So I'm going to have like an official, unofficial sponsor. And it's official because I'm putting it on the Marathon Gaming YouTube channel, but it's unofficial because they don't know about it. So yeah, the unofficial official sponsor for this one is the Unofficial Controller Podcast. So I met these guys I put the thumbnail up now at a recent expo from Middle Aged Gamer Guy. We went up to Arcade Club Bury to the Timeless Gaming Convention and had a blast with these guys. And already when I went back to work on a Friday, because I came back from Manchester Thursday, I went back to work in Essex on Friday and I put them in on the car and I listened to them on the commute. And then I've just been listening to them now in my daily routine, and it's a really, really good show. So I was going to tag the description of the link to their in the channel, a link to their channel, sorry, in my description. But they're on everything. I listen to them through Spotify. They're also on that iTunes store. They're on Discord. They're on Twitter. They're on everything. So yeah, so check those guys out. They are the official, unofficial sponsor of this Mountain Gaming episode. So yeah, please let me know any of those games. I'm really looking for your advice. So cheers, guys. I'll speak to you soon.